Welcome back to our chess game at lichess.org. So we'll just discussing a quick game I played 3 days ago. So let's see what happened here. So as you can see, I am now running around 2,354 rating, and my enemy is around 2,340. So here I played white, and I played here with e4. Then my enemy played c5. This is a Sicilian defense. And I played here the c3. This is what they call the Alapin variation. So this is just preparing to move the pawn of d4, making the center for white more solid. So the goal here is to make a foundation the center for white. So here my enemy played a6. Is the normal variation is knight f6 based on the database engine, but he played here e6. But it's still okay. It's still book move, and I played here d4. So basically, this is the plan: just to take everything on the center on the d4 and e4 square. Here he took the pawn at d4 with his c pawn. I grab it with my c pawn, and here he played this d5. So again, he wants to challenge the center, because in chess the game is all about the center. Who influence the center has the most probable chances of winning the game. So here I played the e5, just pushing the pawn, so making more advancement on this and controlling the d6 square and also the f6 square, so the knight cannot jump in the f6, so he could jump only on d7 square, and which he played on knight c6. On the other knight, he jumped on c6, and here I played knight f3. So normal development for pieces. Here he played g6. This is a fianchetto, but this the computer doesn't like this g6 because it's give a negative one. It gives a plus 1.3 advantage for black. So I don't think that's a uh, good move. So here I played knight c3, and he played here bishop g7. He wants to fianchetto the bishop, and in the future he might want to control the center. So that's an okay move, but here he just missed that I can jump my knight at b5, which is I can jump my knight at d6. This could be disaster for black, in which he didn't notice that one. So I jumped the knight here on b5, and again he goes back to f8, and he just make a waste move on g7. After g7 he go back to f8. It's just a waste move there. So I played here normal development for white, bishop e7. Here he played a6. He wants to threat my knight here on d5, asking where the knight shall go. But here I just make a threat here on the queen before anything else. Before he could take my knight on b5, I'm threatening his queen. So the queen needs to move somewhere. So he goes to this square. Yeah, this is the b6 square, and from here I go back to my c6 c3 square, and he took the pawn on the g6. Not just g6, but the b2 pawn. He is just too greedy about this one, because after the knight jump, there's a lot of threat after this one. Here, the queen is almost trapped. As you can see, the only square for the queen is this one. Then he made a bishop check, which is based on the engine. This is a bad move, because as you can see, the queen is is almost trapped. I can just sidestep my king here. Just silent move, knight f1. Here he can move his queen at queen a3. and I go knight, and this is totally over because the queen cannot go anywhere. This is a trap queen on a3. So here you just make another move, make a development here, just waiting for the queen to be captured, and I captured it. Here captured by the bishop, and this is totally over. This is queenless, and everything is once I exchange everything, everything will be exchanges, and everything will be settled down. And you can't play with a queenless game, so definitely this is a game over for black. Here, you just play around with this knight and with this rook, knight, and bishop, but this is too much. A queenless is a queenless. And I think that's the game for today. Thank you for watching, and a good one. Bye bye.